It's a desperate search for those still missing in KwaZulu-Natal. Neighbours are now working together with the hope of finding their loved ones. The body of a missing 9-year-old girl has been recovered in eNCA, Durban. Our senior reporter Siphamandla Goge is going to these areas where searches continue. He joins us now live from Newtown. So Sipa, just tell us what you're seeing there in terms of the devastation and the recovery efforts.
Well, that devastation is very much severe and visible. We see people, community members helping themselves, really trying to rebuild their lives. Earlier on, we witnessed that search and recovery effort by community members of Machobeni in Nanda. Before that, we went to eMolweni Cemetery, where community members together with police were able to recover a body there of a missing person. Later on, sadly so, one gentleman approached us and told us that the body that was recovered in Molweni belonged to his family. It's his family member. He said to us the body was found without a head. Very terrible, very tragic, devastating indeed. And today we witnessed the community members of Machobeni recovering the body of a 9-year-old girl who was washed away together with her father and her younger sister, who is 6 years old, still missing. The body has not been found. We are currently in Newtown A in eNCA. When you talk about community members, Newtown C. When you talk about community members doing it for themselves here, this makeshift bridge or road that you will see here, which cars are using to cross over, has been put together by taxi owners of this area. They said they are helping community members. You will see the original structure was washed away. Look at that bridge that was washed away there. The water infrastructure pipes all over. So that is the main bridge that was being used by community members and motorists. It was washed away for a number of days. People were unable to cross, but taxi owners came together and decided to build this temporary road here so that cars can cross and people can be able to access this area. A group of taxi owners from eNCA, Newtown C and Peleng Waterloo Taxi Association have put this structure together. Babu Dube, siyabonga ngesikhathi sakho baba. Let's talk about this road that you built here as taxi owners. What motivated you to do this and how long did it take you?
Sibonge Goge ngokufika la eNCA Newtown C and B. Singama owners eNCA Newtown C Pisang Waterloo Tax Association okuyinhlangano yamatekisi around eNCA. We took an initiative after we saw this very devastating situation in around eThekwini as a whole. As Tax Association of Pisang Association, we felt when we saw these damages that happened around in our area to say, let us come together as tax association and try to make something to help our metro as well as our government, because what we saw that was a big problem in this area is that we've got schools that in and around the area that a lot of kids that are crossing this bridge, as well as the taxis that are operating in this area, were not operating since Tuesday because of these bridges that are damaged. So as Tax Association of Pisang and Waterloo, we came together as taxi owners to say we cannot sit and not do anything, because our communities were suffering since Tuesday because we were not able to transport them the way we used to transport them daily. What really affect us on Tuesday, because if you see Goge there's a cable or electricity cable that were lying there on Tuesday. As a result, there's a life lost of a child here, because when they were crossing the river, when they're crossing the bridge, they were crossing right along the river, and there was a cable, a live cable of electricity. As a result, there's a child that we lost the life here because they went and touched that cable. So it takes us we only finished it yesterday, because since last week we did not even go to Easter holidays. We're all here trying to make this road is accessible to communities. As a result, it's not only taxi association now that are benefiting from this road. As you see, Goke, you saw a lot of cars here, the traffic of cars that are crossing this bridge because of the initiative of the Tax Association of Pisang and Waterloo Tax Association.
Let's just get one word from you. Njengelungu lomphakathi niyawela la kuleli bloho elakhiwe osomatekisi usizi lwenu belunga kanani umgwaqo kade usagugulekile linisiza ngani manje leli bloho nomgwaqo?
Ngiyabonga, siyabonga kakhulu kuma taxi owner asePhisang. Besingakwazi ukufinyelela ezintweni zokuhamba noma kukhona imoto yamanzi ngala singakwazi ukuza sokha amanzi ngoba bekungaweleki konke ama bridge afile. Ama taxi owner kayisehlanganisa ukuthi sikwazi ukuhamba sibe na 3 days zonke singakwazi ukufinyelela emsebenzini, singakwazi nokuphumela ngaphandle, singakwazi nokuya edrobheni ngenxa yokuthi ayikho indlela yokuhamba. So siyabonga kakhulu.
Well, that's a community member basically saying to us they've been struggling to cross over from the other side to this side because the only bridge that was used as a source here has been badly damaged. The infrastructure is badly damaged. It's one of many bridges across eThekwini and KwaZulu-Natal that have been damaged by these floods here. Taxi Association is saying they realize that it will take time to fix this bridge, hence they decided to build this road on the other side of the bridge to allow their taxis to pass through, but also other motorists and community members to continue using this access road.
Siphamandla, let's try and talk a little bit about the recovery efforts. We saw earlier that a 9-year-old girl's body was recovered, but there's still people who are missing, and community members are joining forces to actually search for them.
Indeed, a number of people are still missing in and around KwaZulu-Natal as a whole, but today we were focusing in Inanda. We went to Molweni, the body there was found, one body was found by the police. Emachobeni, the body of a 9-year-old was discovered by community members who say they've been helping themselves because police are taking forever to come, but you will understand that police are overwhelmed. The aunt of the young child there telling us that it was devastating that after almost 6 days, they were finally able to retrieve the body. But the trauma is not over because the body of a 6-year-old is still missing. Let's take a listen to her explaining.
Yebo ade abantu bendawo baqala ukubheka la bengatholi bebheka bengatholi namhlanje ke ngoba basifike sababaningi umphakathi wala nomphakathi wale kaMashu la sisuka khona yebo bahlangana ke bonke umphakathi wa nomphakathi wala babheka bekukhona nabesifazane bona ke laba besifazane laba asebehleli lapha okuyibona bathola ama-ID kaBhuti namakhadi akhe yonke into la kwase beqinisa khona ukubheka ngoba bebona kutholakala lezi zinto zakaBhuti.
Ubungichazela ukuthi notholile uthaye nikholelwa ukuthi wakho umntwana ophuthayo njengamanje nalokho nitholile ninasi isiqinisekiso ukuthi uthayo wakhe noma nisabheka njengamanje nisahlwaya njengomzali usuhlonzile uthayo ukuthi wakhe
hayo wakhe ngoba umine ngibophelayo ifindo le yonke into umine ngambophela ngibona straight wakhe imine ngibophela my school ngoba umntwana ontombazana
umzimba walo wesini umntwana ona3 years bengakatholakali owayelele phezulu njengoba kade nivezelwa abatholakele abaphelela khona la egcekeni umfowethu omdala umakoti wakhe nengane encane kodwa ke amaphoyisa siyasebenzisana nawo kakhulu ayasilekelela alishona ilanga bengasithintile ukusazisa ukuthi khamba kanjani basichazela futhi ukuthi umsebenzi mningi kakhulu kodwa bayafika sebefike kwaze kwaka u4 befika la ekhaya begcina ukufika bafika nezinja zasesha lonke la basebethi cha bazocela ukuthi babuye sebethola ihelicopter ukuze bezokwazi ukuthi behle ngomhosha njalo beze beyofika edamini.